Hello everybody, I'm back, and now we're going to be reviewing the next film and the next Captain America installment, or should I say the next Avengers 1.5, Captain America the Winter Soldier, directed by the Russo brothers, Joe and Anthony Russo, stars Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Robert Redford, Samuel L. Jackson, and I can't believe they didn't add him in, Sebastian Stan. I was actually looking really forward to this movie because everybody was telling me this is Avengers 1.5, and it shows. Well, anyways, guys, let's start off with the review, and let's make this quickly, fast, and simple, because this movie is, to me, one of my favorite Captain America movies, and it's right there more above than Iron Man 1, but at least Iron Man 1 has more lore, but there's actually some stuff that I want to get to out of the way. So without a doubt, let's start off with the story. The story itself is Captain America is now back in the modern time. We get to see what actually happens after the events of Captain America. Captain America, the first Avenger, we get to see elements of that, to see how much he has been through and how much stuff that he needs to call up in the modern time, and also the events of the Avengers. And also we get to see Captain America more of a badass leader leading over to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and watching over the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And not only he's not alone on this one, seeing that he's lost all of his best friends and all the people he cared about the most, and even Peggy Carter, who's now grown old and completely has like short-term memory loss. Let's just say it is Alzheimer's disease. It's a sad story for Captain America, and it is for me. But there's a new threat in a way, and his name is called the Winter Soldier. And the Winter Soldier is actually taking down not only S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, but also taking down Nick Fury, who's supposedly dead, and is on the hunt to take down Captain America, Black Widow, and whatever S.H.I.E.L.D. has followed orders. And S.H.I.E.L.D. completely becomes corrupted, and S.H.I.E.L.D. is pretty much Hydra all along, and they've been hush-hush on the whole process, and they've been using these kind of huge drones to at least take down everybody, to wipe out everybody around the universe with the special giant lens of a camera that takes down everybody by a second, and not just a second, by picoseconds, just be like, okay, marking people, and done, and dead. And a new world order for Hydra to rule. And yeah, that's about it. And yeah, that's the story itself. And that gets a plus. As for Chris Evans as Captain America, he owns the role, period. End of story. Check. Alright, as for a new member of the movie, Falcon, played by Anthony Mackie, also, whose name shouldn't appear in this box too, does a fantastic job as the Falcon. He is very likable. I love his jokes, and seeing that he's not only just a pilot but also a Falcon, and also a former soldier of the previous day. And yeah, his powers are absolutely cool. Well, he doesn't have a power. He just has like a jetpack of a Falcon wings and using guns all around. I liked him in the role. I liked him in the movie, and he's absolutely great. And yeah, we get to see more of him in the future. And that gets a plus. And as for Black Widow, what more can I say about Scarlett Johansson? We get to see her portray Kick-Ass as Black Widow, and she does a fantastic job with that. And I gotta say, there's no way she can. Not only is she fantastic, but she does a fantastic, becomes a fantastic job, not only to become a big love interest of Captain America, but at least Captain America kind of avoids that question too. But anyways, she becomes more of a friend of Captain America and watch after each other's backs after seeing what happened to S.H.I.E.L.D. completely becoming Hydra, and not only becoming the only member left who's on the light side, but to at least be the only companion that Captain America has. And to me, she does a fantastic job, and yeah, without a doubt, she gets a plus on that one. As for the big bad himself, by Winter Soldier, played by Sebastian Stan. Come on, everybody knows who it was. And in my opinion, I knew it was coming, but for some fans, they didn't even know who the Winter Soldier was. But to me, I was like, wow. Yeah, Captain America's reaction, or should I say Steve Rogers' reaction of seeing his friend Bucky Barnes completely brainwashed by Hydra, and also coming to give him like the sense of him trying to remember everything, was to me Captain America's toughest challenge ever. Trying to at least not only to fight his own friend, but to at least acknowledge his friend. He's not an evil person. He is Bucky Barnes. He is not a soldier for Hydra, and he, man, oh man, he was absolutely fantastic. But man, oh man, we don't get to see more of an evil villain inside. But that's pretty much about it. But to me, Sebastian Stan as Winter Soldier does a fantastic job, and his role as a Winter Soldier was absolutely fantastic. All right, I gotta stop doing that. Namaste. As for Alexander Pierce, played by Robert Redford, it did. For those to avoid spoilers, skip to this time. All right then. I did not expect him to be the villain. Wow, that one caught me off by surprise, and to me that was the biggest twist of the movie, and him being the villain, the unexpected villain that no one actually even knew it was going to happen. He does a fantastic job, and I gotta say, Robert Redford, you do a fantastic job portraying Alexander Pierce, the man who pretty much not only is Hydra, but corrupted S.H.I.E.L.D. as well. And that gets a plus. As for the supporting cast, Nick Fury, Maria Hill, Brock Rumlow, and also Agent 13, or should I say, Peggy Carter's niece. They all are fantastic. I absolutely love Nick Fury, who pretty much just gets killed off in the movie, and him becoming resurrected. Well, not resurrected. Him pretty much being alive was absolutely cool. But here's the thing: Samuel L. Jackson does a fantastic job, and that absolutely sells for me. And yeah, that's for sure. Maria Hill, I did not expect her to show up in the movie. She also does a fantastic job becoming part of the supporting cast. Brock Rumlow / Crossbones, the future Crossbones, does a fantastic job. I did not expect him to be pretty much signing with Hydra. And he actually does a fantastic job as Brock Rumlow, and we get to see what happens to him in the very end as he becomes later on in the future Crossbones. And yeah, that also the supporting cast gets a plus on that one. So yeah, without a doubt, the action scenes, wow, absolutely fantastic. The beginning scene, the beginning of the intro, well, the first action sequence was absolutely cool, where they invade the ship. The elevator sequence, which we'll get to in a bit. Him leaving S.H.I.E.L.D. while in a motorcycle was absolutely cool. The fight between Steve Rogers against his own best friend was absolutely cool. And even the second round in the very ending was absolutely cool. The action sequences were absolutely fantastic and absolutely cool. And same thing with the CGI of the giant ships were absolutely cool. And that also gets a plus. The elevator, and to me, my favorite moment ever in the movie was the elevator scene. Whoa. Wow. To me, that was actually one of my favorite scenes in the movie, and actually one of my favorite MCU scenes, top 10 MCU scenes ever. Wow, how did Captain America manage to take down a bunch of dudes surrounding him in one elevator, him all by himself taking them down with just one hit with a few punches? And yeah, Captain America at least took a bunch of hits of Brock Rumlow, the future Crossbones, and to me it was absolutely a fantastic scene. There is one, and that gets a plus. There is one con. It's a bit of a minor con. I don't know if you guys remember that one scene where Falcon and Brock Rumlow / Crossbones fight against each other. They cut that fight. I wanted to see that fight. Why did they even cut it? And to me, I got even angrier. And not only did I get angry, it just pissed me off. And it doesn't even end from there. Excuse me. With that, Hawkeye was supposed to make an appearance in this movie, but they cut him out. And I'm like, why? It would have been cool to see what actually Clint Barton was actually up to after the events of the Avengers, but to me, that sucks, and him being cut out was absolutely just, oh well. But to me, is this movie worth checking out? Yes. I want to give this movie a 10 out of 10, but I can't. To me, this is a tough call, only because of that one con. The Falcon versus the future Crossbones fighting against each other being cut out, and then we only get to see like the aftermath of what happens. And not showing Hawkeye to see what he has actually been up to after the events of the Avengers absolutely freaking sucks. And I never did mention in my Iron Man 3 review that Hulk is also a new doctor who pretty much just at least helps Iron Man with his anxiety. And yeah, he's not part of the register for that. But anyways, to me, Captain America the Winter Soldier to me is a 9 out of 10. It's with the yes seal of approval, and it's a must see and it's a must watch. Go check it out because this movie is fantastic, and I can't wait to review this Captain America Civil War. And as for the next movie in the lineup is Guardians of the Galaxy, and this is to me the Star Wars of Marvel, and I didn't even expect this movie to be a huge hit. Well, anyways, guys, that's it for me. I'll see you guys next time with Guardians of the Galaxy, and Nerd of the 90s is out.